Okay guys, we had an issue with the camera shutting off on me there for some reason, so I'm going to do this again. So now we're going to try the fuel pump pressure test. So we'll put the key on. So it initially goes up to 40, but quickly sinks back down to about 34 pounds. I'm not sure if that's normal, but I wouldn't think so, but anyway, so we'll shut her key off, drain this. I'm going to try her one or two more times. So there we go, test number 2. It does sink down. Like I say, I'm not sure if that's normal, but even it still doesn't get up to the 45 that it's supposed to have. So one more try. So it does go up to 40, but settles in around 34 pounds. So that's the initial pressure test. The last thing we can try is a pressure test with the engine running. There is a connector at the back of the injector rail that we can hook the gauge to, so we'll set up for that and we'll try see what she's putting out when it's running. So we'll be back. Okay guys, as you can see, I have the box bed removed from my razor. Makes it a lot easier to work at. I was going to change the plugs and do some more maintenance anyway, so I took all that off. As you can see right here at the end of the injector rail, right above the spark plugs, there's the 2 spark plugs, one there and one there, and this little cap goes the same pretty well as the connector on the fuel pump. There is a blue tab. You just squeeze that together, push it out, and we'll do the same thing. We have to get a rag because there will be residual fuel on this from doing the previous test. So we'll pull a rag through here, and there will probably be a spray, but we're just going to try and pull that black cap off the end of the rail. Ooh. I guess I'll have to pause for 1 second and get rid of that blue locking clip. Just 1 sec. Okay, so we got the blue lock clip released, and we'll just try and pull that back, which is not an easy thing to do. Okay, take the rag out of there since I think the fuel pressure is off. There we go. So there, you just take that off. and you're left with the end of the fuel rail. And what we're going to do now is hook our pressure gauge up on that the same way we hooked it on to the fuel pump itself. So just give me 1 sec and we'll be right back. Okay, so we did the same thing as down below. We have the hose, 3/8 hose, running to the rail, clamped on. And unfortunately this hose rests right up against the exhaust pipe, so I put a little paint stick, a little piece of wood in between there just to keep it off of the hot exhaust. We don't want no accidents. So anyway, we're going to start up the bike, and we still have the same setup as before. We have it plugged off on this end on the black tee, and we're going to start it up, and like I said, see if we can get 45 pounds when it's running. So just bear with me.